Hello, my astrology friends. This is Lada from AstroladaOfficial, and these are your August 2025 video horoscopes. And August is pretty gentle, easygoing month, possibly one of the easiest that I've looked at this year. And it's kind of like the quiet before the storm because in September we have two eclipses. But after that, again, we're going to have some wonderful configuration to the end of the year through the months. But August is a well-deserved respite and break. We're going to have Mercury turning direct. Around the same time, the two greatest benefics, Venus and Jupiter, are joining together in Cancer. Actually, the whole of August, they're pretty much in the same sign. So one area of your life will go with such ease, with such blessings and positive flow. So there will be one area that will be very easy for us all, or a source of blessings. And we're going to have a Saturn opposition Mars around the 9th, 8th, or 7th, 8th, 9th. But usually this is a stressful combination. Some external circumstance can stress us, some conflict that needs to be resolved. But this time it creates an incredibly positive configuration, which is called a kite formation, because there is a trine from Uranus to Mars, trine from Pluto to Mars. And that's kind of, Uranus is wisdom, Pluto is willpower. So some kind of whatever we triggered into, which is Mars Saturn opposition, triggered or into action, activated in some way, provoked, we're able to resolve it by tapping into divine wisdom and the right source of willpower that is aligned to divine willpower. So this energy, this conflict or the stress between Saturn and Mars that's starting at the beginning of the month will be resolved in some way into productive action. And of course, we're going to have full moons, new moons, but nothing dramatic, nothing over the top. There is a full moon on the 9th of August, which is in Aquarius. It's around the same time where everything else, the Venus, Jupiter conjunction, Saturn, Mars opposition. And this will be like peak of activity. Full moons are peak of activities, seeing the results of previous actions, getting the rewards for it, for example. And this full moon is in Aquarius, which is social. It predisposes us to connect with like-minded people, emotionally to form friendships, or to strengthen existing friendships already, or connections, business or personal connections as well. And on the 23rd, there is a new moon when the sun and the moon are together at the 0 degrees in Virgo, which kind of gets us prepared to get into work mode, to get into more serious down to earth, because till now was everything was in Leo, so it's more like enjoy yourself, holidays and so on. But this new moon from the 23rd of August in the 0 degree of Virgos kind of gets us down to earth, focused. Um, let's get down to practical things, solve them, and it's conjunct the star Regulus. So it's the star of leadership. So maybe some kind of new motivation will come into us to, let's say, to organize ourselves, to take leadership about our health, which is Virgo, or because Regulus is a star of incredible willpower. This is the heart of the lion. It's a star there, the heart of the king, which gives us incredible willpower, incredible motivation, and bravery and courage. And we can apply it to Virgo areas in our life for our health, for our routines, for our work, for our errands, to organize our life in some way for the practical matters of life. And now we're going to start with each of the 12 signs. But before that, I just want to let you know that I've created a 3.5 hour webinar on the ideal home and perfect environment according to your horoscope. You don't need to know any astrology. You just need to know your day of birth and time of birth. And I lead you step by step to see what is like. Are you going to live near mountains in certain periods of life, or near marshes, or near forests, or big cities, small cities? What will the house be like? Is going to be a big house or more than one place of living, foreign residence or more local? Or how is it going to be even decorated? And what's going to be around your neighborhoods? For example, it might be close to stadiums. That's how you recognize if you're trying to choose two properties to rent, which is yours. If there is Mars influence, it will be close to a factory or close to a stadium or fitness. So if it's close to Venus, it might be close to a music hall. So I go through absolutely every sign. Each 12 signs have their ideal environment, and each planet has its own environment. And how to see, and you can have more than one environments. For example, you can have a few signs that influence your places of living and where you find yourself throughout your life. It's incredible. You can see even are you going to be in islands or more densely populated places with gardens and so on. It's incredibly fun. It's only $20. It becomes 30 after that. Very affordable if you'd like to order it. I'm putting a link below here. And now let's begin with the 12 signs. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising, August 2025. I always advise you to check out your ascendant sign if you know your time of birth, the minute, because this will be the most personal prediction for you. And then check also your Sun and Moon signs, because oftentimes, and in most people, they're different than the rising sign. Most people just check their sun sign, which is like, oh, I'm born in December, I'm Capricorn or Sagittarius. But the more personal ones is the moon, the ascendant signs, and then get to the sun, and maybe you'll get the fuller picture for you. So, Cancer, Capricorn, this month you're going to have two benefics in the seventh house. Jupiter has entered your seventh house from June, but it was invisible. Till August, it was invisible, so it couldn't manifest the good things it usually brings. And now from August, first of all, it becomes visible. Second, it's joined by Venus, another very benefic planet. So you have the two planets, when they come together, you can compare it to divine grace, something given to you as a reward, as a without effort, with ease, and it comes to you from others. Seventh house is others. So some of you might even meet an important partner, benevolent with a positive. It might be business or personal partner. It might be marriage partner, future marriage partner that you meet, or you might be. I remember I got married when Jupiter and Venus were conjunct in my seventh house from the ascendant, and it was the best party. If you want to do parties, go meet people, do it during the Venus Jupiter in your seventh house, because it's very benevolent, fun. Go smoothly with other people, to be with other people together. Seventh house, social, be social, connect with others, build bridges. And you might do it for your personal life, like meeting someone, or something positive happens in the life of your partner. Say your partner gets a promotion, or your relationships improves with your partner, or something good happens in their life, like a positive development that you benefit in some way as well, or maybe through a business partner, or maybe you find a business partner and business partnership or collaborator to do something together with, and it goes flows, and it goes really with some benefits, like a divine grace again, like a divine gift. And if you meet someone now, I think it might be very positive as well. Um, or you might, the seventh house is business partnerships and clients and trading and business. It's very business oriented, reaching out to find new people. It happens with ease. To find new clients as well, it can happen much more with ease, or just connect with people and have enjoyable experiences with others. So it's kind of the good things come to you from outside, from others. And the seventh house is often known as a house of far away, like places away, because this is you here, and the seventh is opposite. So it might be like foreign places, something happening there as well. Um, Another big event that is again very well aligned, a very perfect, it makes a perfect shape, is between Pluto in your second house, Mars in your 10th house, and Uranus in your sixth house. There is a grand trine forming between those three planets that holds strongly, especially the first 15 days of the month. And this is the grand trine, is the most perfect shape of equilateral triangle, which symbolizes the Trinity, the Holy Trinity. Things happen with ease, by again divine grace, by some kind of interference that helps you in a certain situation. And this is happening in houses connected to material stability. Second house is money and resources. Sixth house is your work and also your routines, your health routines. 10th house is your career, your public reputation, your public social standing, your achievements in the world. So they can be even without, kind of like by miracle that things align in those areas of life, in one of those areas of life. Maybe where Mars is, because it is the personal planet in this configuration, and it is in your 10th house of career, of reputation, of worldly status, that maybe like somehow over the next, and Mars will be there for a month and a half, but the good configuration happens especially in August now, where something really aligns in your career path, or something really aligns in the life of your father, which can be the 10th house as well, or something aligns to help in a situation connected to institutions or authority figures, that if it was a complex situation, it can get resolved there with ease in some way. But there is a few days, which is around 7, 8, 9, 10, when Mars is making opposition to Saturn. And Saturn is you, Mars, it can feel more frustrating around those days in August, with more possibility for some, not just frustrations, stresses, blockages, but because of the wonderful aspects all the other planets are making to both Saturn and Mars. Pluto and Uranus are making them, you kind of, if there is some problem at work or with authority figures or in your personal home life, Saturn in the fourth house there, with property or real estate or family or place of living, somehow it gets resolved through Uranus rules, through incredible kind of wisdom, and Pluto rules through the right action of willpower. So it gets resolved through the right practical steps. And not only gets resolved, but it can stimulate you to become more proactive and to turn a situation around and benefit a lot from it, that will have a long impact and strong impact on your social status, on your achievements, on your position in life, which is Mars in the 10th house. So yeah, it can, even if it's frustrating initially or for a moment, you can be very productive in regards to career, to achievements, to reputation, social status, and so on. But something, the divine energies get involved to stabilize your life and to push you into action, Mars, to change and to improve your material situation, your overall practical side of life. You see so many angular planets for you, Capricorns, for all the cardinal signs. It's probably going to be much more intense and important month than for the other signs, because you have Jupiter and Venus on angular houses, which is relationships, Mars in 10th house, which is like your worldly actions, your career, your motivation and ambition, and Saturn and Neptune in your fourth house, home, place of living, place of residence, which can also get activated, some changes there. So for you, there's bigger changes. And if you're interested to know what kind of place you're going to find yourself throughout your life, everyone has a few different environments according to their horoscope. You don't need to know any astrology for this. I explain it very easy. But like sometimes you can find yourself living near near hot weather, near the sea, or near deserts, or near mountains, or in big city or small cities or villages, or even in the forest, or whether you're going to live in what is around you. There might be a coffee shop opposite you, or there might be uh, a, a tower, a Wi-Fi tower. All these things can be seen from the horoscope, and which is the right place of living for you. Exactly. If you're looking and wondering between, oh, I want to live in Dubai, I want to live in Florida. And this will explain to you which is actually the place you're most likely and you're gonna go to and live in. Anyway, it's only $20 if you're interested in that webinar. It's a blast. Another important event is that Mercury is turning direct in your 8th house. It's retrograde till the 11th of August, and then it turns direct. So if there were some complications with taxes, delays with insurances or inheritances, or with the finances of your partner, or with money that's coming to you from government or from alimony or from your client's money, if there are some delays or some kind of uncertain situation, it starts getting resolved and it starts becoming, normal without stresses, without unexpected developments there as well. You have also full moon. I forgot to mention that on the 9th, again, this part of the month, where everything else is happening. In your second house, that full moon is considered benefic influence in the West. Second house is finances, money. It can be about receiving some money. It can be about some seeing the results about financial situation, about something you've been working on before, about your stability, security that requires your attention in some way. But remember, there is very beautiful grand trine in exactly those practical houses for you, those material side of life that will keep things positive, and protect it in some way. And after that, on the 23rd, there is a new moon in your ninth house at 0 degrees Virgo, which is very supportive. Capricorn would like when the sun moves into earth sign, you'd feel more natural into your own waters, down to earth, but it's a beautiful house, the ninth house. So it means that after the 23rd of August till the middle of September, you'll be entering the energy of the ninth house, which is expansion, uh, more luck, feeling more optimistic, feeling more confident, higher perspective, because the sun till the 23rd is in your eighth house. It's a little bit more intense psychological house. It's a little bit more about digging deep and uh, dealing with compulsions or with more intense emotional responses, with the subconscious, the invisible energies. But then it goes to the ninth house, which is like the light at the end of the tunnel from the 23rd of August. Seen from higher perspective, things become easier. You might put your attention after the 23rd to traveling, to education, to higher knowledge, or just feeling more aligned with the universe because that's the luckiest house in the horoscope. So yeah, just remember the frustration might be around the time the planet that rules you, Saturn, is opposed by Mars. There might need to be resolved some situation about private life and social and public life, or family and worldly responsibilities, or parents, this is the parental access, or home life versus career, something like that. But again, the final result is positive because there is a lot of help coming there, a lot of help to, as I said, divine wisdom, divine willpower. And then this new moon eclipse in your ninth house, square Uranus, is kind of like a boldening light of information can come to you after the 23rd of August, like suddenly opening your eyes and you're seeing a certain matter from a higher perspective, and you get the answer to a question because Uranus is square exactly the this new moon, and the ninth house connects us to a higher perspective, seeing the future, making sense of our life, seeing the higher perspective. And Uranus does it very fast. It's like a download and clarity that done. Suddenly I see. So thank you so much, Capricorn. Enjoy this month. The next one, September, will be more fun. Eclipses, woohoo. These are much more gentle influences. So, but you'll be very busy with Mars in your 10th house, career, work, arranging your life, being very proactive there in the most visible house, highest house, getting things done, chasing deadlines and so on. But the Mars in 10th house, it loves to be there because it makes you very active. So thank you.